have a brother in the 2nd Battalion.
Yes, sir.
They're walking into a trap.
If we're not clever about this, no one will get to your brother. I will.
The film is called 1917. The location, the Western Front of the First World War. The month is April. For 2 hours, you are the third person with 2 British soldiers who receive a piece of information that must get to the front. This film is directed by Sam Mendes, who also writes the film along with Kristen Wilson Carnes. But when you talk about this film, you cannot just talk about the director and the writer. You have to include the cinematographer, Roger Deakins. You have to talk about the editor, Lee Smith. You also have to talk about the guy or the person who scores the film, and that is Thomas Newman. The reason you need to talk about all of these together, because this film is shot to be a one continuous shot of 2 hours. And if all these people in these arts departments are not together, this film will not work. But it works big time. That's why they are going into the Academy Awards with 10 nominations.
10 Academy Award nominations? Wow. Well, I know when Sam wrote the script, he had been looking for scripts for probably several years, nothing. The screenplays, nothing interested him. There was nothing he thought he wanted to do. And someone said to him, "You write the script." And he goes, "I'm not a writer." Then he thought back, his grandfather and the stories he told about World War I were pretty unbelievable. And then Sam came up with this idea of the one-take technique. He just wanted it to be extremely personal. You're with the 2 main characters the entire time.
You are definitely walking with them.
Yeah,
going with them.
You're in the story.
I want to really stay, if we can, with the director, the cinematographer. Let's go kind of through those, because those folks had to be so in sync with this director.
They were like married at the hip the whole time. I saw some behind the scenes, and that, Sam was here, Roger was here, they were just moving and
the cinematography,
and the techniques that he used for the cinematography.
That's what's interesting about it, is that the camera work stays at almost the same eye level with the actors. So what I heard Sam Mendes mentioning is that he wanted the actors, he wanted the viewing audience not to see establishment shots and not to see what's out there in the future. He wanted us, the viewers, to see what the actors are seeing, what those characters are seeing. So you're along those trenches with them. You're looking over the trench with them. You're running from bombs with them, right? It's really
the camera was constantly moving.
That's the director. That's the cinematographer, and then you add in the editor. Right?
Yeah.
So let's go with the editor first. One, because what I heard also is that with the editing section, the film is shot somewhere way off in another location, but at the end of the day, they send this back to somewhere. The editor deals with it there and then sends it back to the director, because he has to know exactly what foot was in front of the camera before the next shot can be shot. What did the outside world look like? And that is a lot of coordination, especially when people are not in the same spot.
The outside world, waiting for gloomy skies every day, and there were a couple days where the sun wanted to pop through, couldn't shoot. So they were kind of like, they had to be ready. It's not like they had to be ready every day if they're going to shoot or not shoot, because they had to match everything seamlessly.
And going along with that comes into the idea of the sound or the score that's associated with this film.
Yeah,
the other movie this year that came out that I think really matched with score and sound was Joker. But this movie, there isn't that kind of Joker type music, but when things are happening, in the background there's that something's gonna happen. Right? And when the lights are lit up, the music that goes associated with that, you're just like, oh yeah, that's exactly what I need to hear to understand where we're going. Right. It's pretty amazing when that happens. And
there's basically just 2 characters. You're following these 2 main characters. Dean Charles Chapman.
From Game of Thrones. I had no idea that this was the guy.
I don't know.
He was one of the kings, one of the young kings. His baby face is just so perfect for that film, because you really feel sorry. You're really attached to him. And the other guy,
George Mackay, who played Lance Corporal Will Schofield.
he has this constant look of, should I be here? Why am I here?
Right.
I can't accomplish this, yet he is going to go with his buddy to do it.
Yeah, and it is like a little buddy. There's some funny moments as they've got what 8 hours to get this message delivered to the front,
Right.
you know, and it's scary. I mean, it's suspenseful. Stuff happens, right?
Yeah.
And we're not going to say what that stuff
I'm
is.
just so taken back by
But it's funny.
So taken back by the way that the camera puts you in the space with them. And there was one time, especially towards the end, where they were really in the trenches and the dirt and the mud and everything was flying. And I sat there and I know this didn't happen, but I could have sworn that I smelled the dirt.
Oh,
I smelled
good.
that space, which that's good.
Yeah,
If a director can accomplish that, he's done very, very well.
Exactly.
But let's go ahead and rate this baby.
I wanted to give it 5 glasses of wine. I'm giving it 4.5, just because of some of those little issues. But you know what? It was a fantastic film. Everyone should see this film.
This is a good film. It has 10 Academy Awards going in, or
Right.
nominations going in. I will give it 4 out of 5.
Okay.
It's a good film. You should see it. Name of the film?
1917.